What up, guys? Whatever here, back with another video where Deku had NZT and CPH-4. Where I left up, I do not remember, but take a guess from it takes place at the US from Dorford Cities. He passed all his tests. He passed the ball throwing, the grip test, speed test. Oh yeah, let's go to that speed test. See, let me tell what Zuki is. Because he has the limit on his brain, his limiter his strength limiter on his brain is gone because of the CPH-4 is gone. He smoked everyone there. Like before, as soon as the race started, Izuku just launched. Not even like they clipped him at 0 seconds. That fast. He just outdashed everyone. And people, even more or less Ida, was surprised at this fact because this man was flying most of the entrances in. Like they saw him flying, and he can run this fast. They are confused. What the hell how strong this man is? Zuko has telekinesis, but he has telekinesis and somewhat getting close to pyrokinesis. And Zuko, that's just two abilities, guys, somewhat. Izuku, let me see what Izuku's doing. Now, after the entrance exam, after that, after all the quirk assessment test, time to get into the battle heroes versus villains. Let's get into that. Now, Izuku, he's like, on the next day. It's the next day. It's the next day after Izuku's walking to school. You see, Izuku didn't see his Baku because Baku got a lot earlier to decide this. And he woke up, Baku tried to wake up Izuku a couple of times, but he didn't wake up, so he just decided to leave him. As Izuku goes to run up back on hug him from behind, says, Bakugo, says, what you want, you little nerves? Can you out your face? Says, fine. So, why you left me? Because he wasn't waking up, so. No, he wasn't waking up. I even made explosions very not close. I used my quake very close to your ear. You didn't wake up. You know that speaker I have? Yes, Suzuki answered back. I blasted music into your ear. I have no idea how you didn't wake up. You just stayed asleep. That's Suzuki. Says, you see NZT and CPH-4 deck Zuko comes says, wow, I know oh, he kept you asleep. Why? So we could talk, remember? We forgot to tell you, at the time perception within your conscious can be slower or fast depending. If we force it, it'll go a little faster, but if you do it on your own, it'll be a lot slower. And you didn't decide to tell me this now. As Zuko kind of says that. Let's tell you what now. I said, oh, nothing. He replies back to Baku. I said, oops. So, what y'all telling me, huh? Y'all fucking suck. Hey, we're you, so you turn yourself, you suck. So, touche. Pardon me anyway, me. That's just, first, I'm using T of you and W CPH-4 of you. And a quarter of a power when put together. Limitless. Real baseline, limitless. If you do get that joke, and you know the show where NZT came from, then you get where you get the joke. Limitless. They're limitless. Okay, that was a horrible joke. I need to shut up now. Let's get back to the what if. Izuku's just walking. As you know, they walk to the floodgate of UA. And you know, and they do what procedures to do to get in. And Gendo walking there. They walk to class. Izuku is just chatting with NZT CPH-4 him. Just talking. Wondering, talking about things, other powers, what he thinks about them, what he thinks they could do. And CPH-4 says, because we're not at 100%, we don't have access to every psychic ability. Right now, though, yes, telekinesis could upgrade to not psychic, but telekinetic force manipulation. Like that upgrade would has take that because that in itself, plus that, so you should, sometime in the future, should be able to just aim and put force into things with telekinesis. Because telekinesis is more like a put force around instead of push out. And if you did train, it'll be much harder. So you should at some point be able to do that. Says Izuku says, okay. That's no. As you hear Bakugo says, hello, Izuku, hello, to Izuku. As he gets to get this, Bakugo begins to snap in Izuku's face. As Izuku comes out from stop talking to us. What? Huh? I'm sorry. Blood to a blood god? God, I don't know why they keep doing this. Blood to the blood god. Take the blade. Blood to the blood god. Take the blade. 2018. God, I need to stop. Get back. Shit. Okay, I do horrible. I do horrible with this shit, don't I? Izuku. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Izuku Bakugo says, you blanked out for like a whole hour. Wait, for real? See, I'm just kidding with you. You blanked out for like a minute or something. Bakugo, why did you... Come on, I'm just playing with you. Izuku just groans as he kind of deflates onto his desk and just passes out. As you hear this somewhat they hear this tapping of the floor as you see All Might rush and I said, I'm walking through the door like a normal person. And then everybody gets to freak out. Izuku, he's not really freaking out. He doesn't even really care. Fuck, did I say right now, I do not remember if I told him if he met All Might. If I didn't, he did. Which I thought I probably didn't, and he did offer him all for one. And after that, he just rejected, how powerful he would get. But not truly overpowered he would get. Shut up. Okay, sorry about that. Zuku just sets his head down. Says, everybody, get your hero suits on. As he goes to click a button, as you see instead of tracksuits come out, and you see the hero costumes come out. As Izuku, if he is speaking, sorry about that. Izuku, then they begin to change it to the hair skin as soon as they take to the fake fake area. I forgot what it would be called. Everything else says the training. What we'll be doing is heroes versus villains. Two people will be playing as villains, and the two will there'll be two groups, villains and heroes. For the name to tell, the villains will protect the bomb in the building where they placed it, and the heroes, as what we do, try to stop the villains who are captured. If you want to capture them, wrap around consciousness around them, and then touch the bomb, and that's how you win. If that's how the heroes win. The villains win by the heroes don't touch the bomb in time. So, as our mate goes to grab a hat, he's not gonna get 2 boxes. He then tells them to, pick from boxes. And, it be like in canon. Izuku and Yoraka and Bakugo and Ida. As Bakugo as Bakugo didn't go to scratch, they say, well, me versus Nina says, you can't go rush it. He says, I'm gonna, so Ida goes to say, you can't do it. As Bakugo turns around and calmly says, Ida, I know Izuku for a while. He's pretty damn smart. That's his whole thing. His quirk is super intelligence. I swear to God, if he gets enough time, he will literally come up with a plan. I have sparred with him a lot. Guess what? Got many times I won. Well, it says once, and that was because of pure luck. And after 50 times we sparred, Ida opened his eyes surprised. Says, 50. You only won, yes, once. Of the 50 times I sparred him, once. Surprisingly, I'm surprised myself how I lose every freaking time to him, except that once, and that was quite some time ago too. So I'm off as Bakugo begins to run down the hall and he's pushing to, push himself forward. Launch himself forward into the air. As you know, he does the same thing as Cannon. As you know, you see Izuku and Uraka now walk into the building. So what's that plan? I take Bakugo. But see, the thing is, he probably already rushed it down here, knowing him and the times we sparred. He probably knows me very well enough to know that if I get enough time to plan, we are winning no matter what. As you know, he's like, as he goes to the top of Raka on the forehead, says, what's that for? As he goes to use telepath, he says, as he gets to speak to her in her mind, so, is he a Christopher? Yes, I have other dudes, so let's not get into that right now. And Zuko then, I'll tell you my plan. As he says, you go ahead, run along, while I go fight Bakugo. He'll be so focused on me, he may not even notice because he was trying to distract me for the reason of, so I won't be able to have enough time to form a plan. As he didn't see Bakugo go try to punch Izuku in the stomach, Izuku then puts his hand in front of my stomach as he feels like he launched back somewhat. And says, well, seems like you blocked that, Bakugo says. Well, if you expect, Bakugo, we have sparred for a long time. My reflexes are pretty damn good. As Zuko begins to run, I used to see the nano tube in the form around him. As it's the hard for him is to shoot lasers at Bakugo as repulsors. Bakugo dodges as Zuku then goes ahead and goes ahead and fuck. Got stuck in my head, and goes to dodge, and you see the knights beginning to gather around Izuku, and you see like these two long, both on both sides, like it's forming something like an X. It's the long protruding things form my hand, and you see it begin to like a plasma energy ball begin to form Izuku's hand. Says Bakugo, you know this ain't working. As he gets to blast that Bakugo, as he goes to dodge while using his first proper show himself up in the air and go over the blast. Next thing you know, he's been grabbed, pulled back, and slammed into a locker, one of those lockers, the fake locker, and says he gets sent through. As Zuko then forces to throws his hands towards him as he sees the energy begins to come back at him as Zuko cocks back his fist, and while at the same time Bakugo's coming towards him, he goes to throw a punch, but he gets set flying back by Bakugo's exploding. As Bakugo's trying to explode the nanobots covering him, so Zuko will be able to control him. Which he gets some of them, making them less effective, but not all of them. As you know, Zuko says, okay, Bakugo, you did pretty well there. But let's see if you can handle this. As you see him root into you see him throw his wrist, like flick his wrist. As you see small knives just come off of it. As you see my turret begin to form, just Bakugo says, "Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me!" As they begin to fire, he gets overlapped by firing. Hey, I got an idea though. What is it? What about make a quick canceling grenade from the genetics? Since I am able to alter genetics, suit my genetics, but still do got work on that and hope you got anything permanent. Y'all probably could fix that later on. And as you go to see that it's his knife is protruding. It's kind of not covering his fingers. It's not protruding from his fingers. Just I be sparing with this. This I really make an infinite source of nanites. That would be easy, real damn easy too. Make this 1,000 times easier. I meant to say. Oh yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. By the time you watch this video, it's probably it's gonna be posted tomorrow. It's probably gonna be posted tomorrow because internet problems suck. So it's probably not gonna be up tomorrow anyway. So yeah, let's get back to the what if. Izuku is he's devising a plan in his head at this point. As Bakugo he goes to Bakugo, as he's barely able to dodge the bullets, still coming from the turret, as he's able to create buttons to force the bullets back at it, he says, "Oh, you got it, shit." He says, "Shit. If I spend too long on this turret, Zuko can time. I don't get enough time to come up with a plan, and I can't let that happen. If he does that, I'm a goner. We ain't winning." As see him, he's the top with it. Little rock. It's Bakugo is most likely on the top building. So with your gravity quick, you should be able to somewhat find a way to do it, right? Yeah. Go there and I'll tell you what to do from there. As Rocket replies with, "Okay." As he gets to fight, Izuku he retracts the turret as you see the knife come back flying at him. As Bakugo is now flying at him because he was gonna try to set for it goes back. As Izuku then uppercuts Bakugo and goes to fly up and kick him back downward, send him into the ground. As Zuko begins to wail on Bakugo punch after punch after punch after punch non-stop. As he then grabs Bakugo by the collar and throw him into a wall. As he then grabs the capture tape he had and go rob it by Bakugo. But before he gets blasted by his chest by Bakugo sending him flying. As he's in the wall huffing, puffing, barely able to breathe. Fuck, I didn't expect that. As Zuko then puts his hands on the chest, and you see Knights slowly begin to heal him. That's the thing with traffic. Bakugo, that shit hurt pretty bad. You destroyed half my nanite on my sweet nanites on my chest, but I have a lot more than that. So, disc as a disc appears and he throws it at Bakugo. Bakugo is trying to dodge, but in front of pain, is barely able to. Get his leg caught up in it. After this comes back to Zuko, as it goes back to being goes liquid before go back to Nana. Okay. Zuko begins to say, "I to welcome you. I'm mixing you again up this time." Zuko then begins to they're gonna fight. Let's go to Uraraka's point of view. Uraraka is walking upstairs, walking up the building stairs, trying to get to the top, and she actually has using projectiles to help her in a sense. Because actually then Zuko says, "Hey, you can use projectile. You can levitate projectile, right? I'm about to throw something up all the way to the top. So break that and use that to distract Ida. Got it?" Okay, as she get up to the edge, she feels the shockwave and to vibrate the whole building. As building chunk gets sent up there, sent to where she is, and she's barely able to dodge before what is just most likely killed her. And she grabs her chest in fear, seeing that she almost could have got killed by that rock. As she tries to contact Izuku says, "What was that?" Says, "Oops, sorry, because I threw a little too hard." As she grabs it and tries to, try to force gravity both ways onto it, and try to break it apart, which she barely manages does, and just vomits afterward. As she did my stuff vomit off her mouth, like, I can't, I, I have to do this. I can't let this go down. He's fighting non-stop, maybe, from what I can tell. I can't give up. I have to push myself exactly to my limit. I have to surpass them. Push myself to plus ultra. As she goes to, touch all the rocks and decrease the gravity. As, she begins to, force gravity forward on them, instead of them flying out the window. And it can seem like they came outside the window. It's like showing off trying to climb the building. As Ida goes to look down the window, her rocket uses this time to lie and use her quick to line herself. So if you touch her boot instead of herself to line herself, she gets annoyed to use the boots to line herself and enhance her speed, which she does. And before Ida can even notice, she touches the bomb, which, as you hear it, Hero has won. Ida turns back around, quickly. This is no. As he falls, no. He's screaming. This is, as he's in, yonder, the rest of the fight is West Canyon. as you know, sometime, sometime after he sees Deku just walking around his hole, just felt like he can tell he's making himself a Peanut jelly sandwiches, It's sort of late night snack for him. After staying up trying to come up to make infinite nanites that constantly generate, after getting out there during the fight, cause he realized that yeah, he might run out of nanites at some point, and that would not be good. And I'm like, this I'll end it off. And so I'm gonna end up on Judith. Oh.